People leaps, what's going on? It's Cracker Lacking, cuzzos. So, hi, Sirena, Barefoot Rose, whatever. In the kitchen. You know, I'd like to say it's my kitchen, but it really isn't. You know, this is Mike's house. Mike just passed away. And, you know, he's a man, and he had tools, and he has stuff everywhere we just have to go through. But anyway, right now I'm making hamburger meat for the dogs. You know, I just kind of wanted to shoot this video. It's like, you know, the day in life of Sirena, the Barefoot Rose. I open my eyes, and I'm like, okay, all right, what are we going to do? Oh, my God, we got to make money. Oh, my God, I got to make money to pay for this. Oh, my God, what's going on? What about all these ideas? You know, and then I start overloading my mind with, oh, my God, what am I going to do? I need to make money. I need to do this, but how do I do that? How do I do this? You know? And it can shut you down if you're not careful, right? So I was like, all right, I'm going to take a shower. I want to start making these things, you know, crocheting some things, some cute little bows. And then, you know, I'm like, what the fuck? I better make this shit first, then take my shower, then I can sit down and learn how to make these things and try to pump some of these out. You know what just came to my mind? I can make things, and can I sell them on YouTube? Some people have shops and stores, right? See, that's the part that I have to move past. See, having all these ideas and wanting to do all these things, but having to do all of it, there's parts I don't. Does anyone feel like this? Like, I don't want to get on the internet, and I don't want to fucking do all that internet computer stuff, you know? I just want to do this. But thank you. That's like a fear. That's like something I have to get past, which is really, once you just do it, it's not that big of a deal. It's getting yourself to that point, right? To do it. I have all these ideas, and it flabbergasts me that no one else can see these ideas, or they just don't want to, or they don't, you know? And like me talking to that one guy, I was so sure that, well, I wasn't so sure. I was just being excited about it, so I started telling everyone about it, and then all of a sudden he just stops talking to me for whatever reason, and then, you know, it's like, okay, well, on to the next thing, you know. Things don't turn out, we just keep going. And that's been my message lately. No matter what happens, we just keep going. So, now I get it. Thank you. If that's been the message lately, doesn't it make sense, Sirena? That 333, that you're living out what you were talking about? We already know this. This is what we have to do. You know? I'm the mastermind with all these money-making ideas, but I don't want to make money. I just want to do things to help people, you know. But everything around here, it all takes money. I went from wanting to go live out of, you know, make my pilot into a fucking house on wheels, you know, and just taking off and just fucking living out of that. But now I have 2 dogs and a house, so my whole life has been turned. So it's just not turned upside down, but it's just opposite of what I wanted to do. So now it's rethinking everything. And then I thought that, you know, I met this guy, you know, I don't really remember too much what he looks like, but it was one of those things, you know, he's in finance and business plans and stuff like that. And I was like, man, I had all these things going in my head of all the stuff that we could do, you know, or at least pitch him these ideas and sit down and, you know, want to work things out with me, like business plans, since he knows how to do all that stuff. And it's like, you know, keep on moving. We just have to keep on moving. And that's the message, you know? And then after, Mike's celebration of life, now I'm like, because I ended up smoking cigarettes that day, that's like going back to my comfort. Now I feel like I'm going backwards, but I'm not, in a sense. If we don't keep our mind and our eyes on the prize, so to speak, and we allow our human and our mind and our programming and our way of being to slip back into that. If we're not careful, we'll slip back into that timeline, so to speak, and we will stay on that. And the only thing that's going to stop us is ourselves. I know. I feel like I'm running in fucking place sometimes, Get all these ideas, get this, and get that, and then bam. Life happens. Shit happens. But that's part of it. Life and shit's probably always going to happen. It's what we do in it. Do we become defeated again? Like, do I look different from, say, 5-6 months ago? I'm feeling different. I had somebody say to me, looks like you're gaining some weight. I'm not really gaining weight as much as my body's getting back to normal from being on drugs for all those years. On and off, you know what I'm saying? And, and all the inner work I'm doing, it's starting to show. I don't eat really any more than I ever did. I'm not really drinking water again like I should, but we're taking care of that. We're going to be taking care of that, sucker, so don't you worry. But, again, it's like, all right, so I can do things like card readings and stuff like that, but that's, I don't know. I feel like that's not what I'm supposed to do. What am I supposed to do to make money before the next part, before the mission? Use my hands. There's different things I can do. I don't want to use healing. I don't know. Something always tells me not to, the healing should be for everybody. And not to be making money. It's not a parlor trick. It's meant for something divine and something way bigger for its time, So what do I do meanwhile? But if I'm supposed to be doing all this, I don't know. Is it fear? I don't know. I just feel like I'm not supposed to do certain things to make money off of it. And I can't tell you why. It's just something inside of me so much. But it's like, but that'd be the easiest thing. Because, you can make a shit ton of money doing all that. I'm the mastermind. I have a lot of ideas. I have a lot of things written down. There's things that can make money. We could do things that we can just implement. I want to throw the ideas. I need a team. I need a person. I need somebody to handle that part. And the money part, just let me do my thing, documenting, I'm looking for, let's just do this. I'm looking for somebody who's dead set serious on wanting to do the addicted to change, the pick one to replace one, okay, thing. I'm looking for somebody who wants to really make a change in their life and stick with it. I don't know how it'll start out. We'll pick something. We'll talk about it. We'll sit down. We'll see what comes through. And we'll see what can be doable, Let's pick something. And then we will work towards something. We will work towards that to see if it works, like working with herbs, crystals, whatever. Being an experiment, but doing it a different way, outside the box. It's not going to cost you anything. But you have to be dead set, ready to make a change in your life. Health-wise, mentally, all of it. It's all going to come into play. And if you wanted to donate money, which would, if you wanted to give a love offering or a love donation, that would be great. But for now, I'm curious. I want to see. You're not going to get paid for this. How you're going to get paid is your life is going to be better. You're going to get healthy and you're going to do things, and we're going to show you and show the world and people how all walks of life, no matter what it is, no matter your body size, shape, gender, nationality, whatever you are, we can make a change and a difference because we're a human. And let's see how that works. And can we really break ourselves out of this? So, if you really want to take that challenge, and I don't want to say challenge, if you really want to make a difference in your life, even if it's one thing, you want to get your health better, you want to get your mobility better, you want to be able to squat, whatever, you just want to be healthier in your mind, in your body, in your soul. Get a hold of me. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but fuck, we got to lay the groundwork. We got to make the model to then go other places and show people, hey, my name is Sirena, and here's a list of my back injuries, and look at where I'm at. I didn't used to be able to do this, but now look at me. Look how bad I looked back then, but now I'm doing this, and look at how much brighter and younger and how much better and how much more energy I have. Things like that. And when we work together and we do this, then we can help make a difference in a different way. We're way showers. We're chain breakers or whatever, We came to fuck shit up in not fighting and rebellion. That's the evil way. That's the bad way. That's the not God way. We make a change by standing on our own 2 feet, by breaking out of the system, by doing things to get out of this concrete jungle and into the world where food grows from the land and water flows from the earth, and everything we need grows here. Let's get to that point. Let's do it together. Together, though. Maybe I am just fucking crazy, and the things I think are just unheard of, and no one can ever do, or whatever, Or people just don't fucking like whatever. That's fine. You don't have to fucking like me, bro. I like me enough for all of us. Start on one thing. We got to start somewhere. Back to the old drawing board, and we just keep going until something clicks. I'm not here to make a profit. I'm here to make a change. I'm not here to go, all right, I'm going to take this money and then I'm going to give you guys something. No, let's get down and dirty and let's work together and show people how to live differently in the new earth. Paving the way. Other people want profit. They want this, they want that. I get that. But Serena, you gotta have money for yourself. I know there's a house, there's dogs, there's 3 fucking cars. There's utilities, food, all these things. And it's like, I sit here and listen and people think that they're all this, that, and the other thing because they make this much money. And it's like, I could make way more money than you. But I'm not out to make a profit off of people. I know you could take your pain and turn it into prosperity, but what's prosperity to you? I take my pain and everything I have to grow through. It's why I'm here. It's tough. And it's a battle in my head every fucking day. Some days it's not at all, and I'm just on fire for shit. And then, until I'm not. And then I got to break out of that. And then I listen to other people. My problem is I fucking talk too much shit. And I tell everybody about it. And then you get, they're about, no, you just really need to go get a job. What if my job is to help lift humanity because I've lived through so much hell? Doesn't make any money. Although, all kinds of people make money, you know. It's like, oh yeah, oh, you're a doctor, you make $60 an hour? Well, I easily can make $100 an hour just doing my intuitive touch therapy. And maybe I should, but that doesn't feel right in my soul. So yeah, maybe I am just fucking crazy. How dare I want to fucking just help people? Oh my God. Without just feeding a bunch of bullshit, but really just calling shit out and wanting to make a difference. I mean, that's never going to work. Not in this society. People don't really want shit for free. They don't want to be called out on their shit. They don't want to heal themselves. That's why they'd rather go and talk to and spend a shit ton of money in places where it's a sick care system, where they just feed into their ego of, yeah, they do spell work on me. Yeah, everybody does stuff to me. It's the devil. It's this, it's that. I can't get anywhere in life. Poor me, poor me. I didn't do anything. I'm just a victim. And that's why they go to all these other people to hear that. The spell work and the this. But no wonder why no one wants to work with me, because I'm like, that shit ain't gonna happen. You're your own devil. It's energy, baby. You're your own fucking devil. And you stop yourself. Magic thrown at you only works because you're the magician. Because you believe it. And you make it so. By holding that in your mind and believing it. I know someone's doing black magic on me. I just know it. I just know it. Well, no, it can't touch you. But you gotta... There's other ways to look at things. Like this gentleman not getting back with me. I don't know what his reason is. Is it a game? Feels like a game. Then I don't want any part of it anyway. I don't give a fuck who you are. But then again, it might not be a game. But then why would you just not talk to somebody? Why would you not say, you know, I don't think this is working out. I don't think I want to talk to you anymore. That is what a grown person does. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm totally wrong on that. I could be totally wrong on that. Yeah, I know. It's a fucking mess. Suck a dick. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. It's whatever. I'm not going to hold much to it for very long. That's for damn sure. Because if one thing I've learned in all of this time is when motherfuckers, things get taken from your life for a reason, and you just got to know that it's for a reason. And just because I don't know it now, I will later. Maybe I'm not meant to work with anyone like that. Maybe I'm really meant to do everything myself, because who the fuck is Sirena? We just thought she was just some stupid fucking bimbo twit. Or a twant. Fuck yeah, bro. I've been called worse, man. You know what I mean? These dogs need some fucking broccoli in their life. They need veggies and broccoli. I'm going to pause you a sec. You know what I mean? Alright, so I got some broccoli, carrots, corn, green beans, maybe lima beans in there, and some broccoli for these pups. Hey, these pups gotta do it. Yeah. In case you guys are wondering, I do this too. I write love, thank you, kindness, healing, peace, on my water jugs. And then I have my one thing. I implore you. Actually, I'll probably look it up. There's so many things I need to do. Fucking so many. But anyway, you guys have a blessed day. And I hope that, I hope my videos help you. And that's all we do here. And I have to be painfully and brutally honest. So in case it's like I'm a fucking psycho, this is real life, bitch. Yeah, fucked up grill and all, baby. No fucking sense, but who's that lady? And even if the whole world don't see it, the whole world's not meant to see it, most likely. Because not everyone's going. A select few, a handful. Who wants to get on the ground floor of this? Who has an entrepreneurial mind that wants to step out on a fucking limb, step out on a ledge, take that fucking leap of faith? Any takers? You have no excuse. You can't say you can't afford it, because I'm not asking you for anything. Except, will you be my test subject? Do you want to be your own human experiment? Let's record. Let's see what things work, Calling all, people with all kinds of ailments, maybe. Yeah, that just came through. Diabetes, this, that, and the other thing. You want to fucking make a difference? Let's do something. Not all at one time. We don't have to do it so drastic to where it's too much. And it becomes like a job and a thing you have to do. But let's pick and do something one thing at a time. I know I want to do everything. I'm like, okay, I want to incorporate this. I want to incorporate that. Let's sit down and say, and work it out together. You and me. Namaste.